Well, I think what we learned is that Donald Trump's ability to shock remains undimmed. Anyone who thought that as the presidency approached he would become more presidential was proven to be completely wrong on Wednesday. It was eye-poppingly bizarre. He attacked CNN for so-called fake news. He swirled around these issues of the Russian allegations. But the key point was that he called this press conference, partly it was thought, to explain how he would handle his conflicts of interest. And if anything, he showed there are even more conflicts still than we had expected.
What I'm going to be doing is my two sons, who are right here, Don and Eric, are going to be running the company. They are going to be running it in a very professional manner. They're not going to discuss it with me. Again, I don't have to do this.
The Trump team would say he's done two important things. Firstly, he's handed over control of his Trump empire to his family. Secondly, he's agreed that the Trump empire will not do any more foreign deals in the medium term, or while he's president. There are two problems with this. Firstly, he hasn't actually divested himself. He still owns a Trump stake, so he still has an interest. And then there's the issue of transparency. I mean, we are not going to have very much transparency about what the Trump organization is doing, how Trump remains linked to them, or for that matter, much of what the rest of his cabinet is going to be doing, or his advisors, will remain fairly opaque as well. I do think that for most Americans right now, the issue that's hanging over the economy is actually not just the tax returns. If you are a Trump supporter, then frankly what you're excited about is a sense that he's unleashing animal spirits, he's giving back a sense of national pride, he's providing a tool to change America. Americans are hungry for change. If you are a Trump hater, then frankly there are so many issues to worry about right now that the tax returns are probably the smallest one on that list. But the tax return issue is symbolic, and it's symbolic of a president who appears to have relatively little respect for the rule of law or for precedent. And that has implications all over the place. Firstly, it means that every time any decision comes up in Congress, there will be a huge distracting row in Congress about why a decision's been made, how it's been made, and frankly that could end up distracting from a lot of the serious policy issues. The second problem, of course, is that there actually may be conflicts of interest going forward, and in fact it's likely that you have a Trump team, his top 8 team, have 83 years of C-suite experience. They have a lot of interest in the corporate world, and they could end up either taking decisions that are influenced by some of their holdings and or becoming richer as a result of what's going on. Now, the cleanest way to actually deal with that is to have divestiture, but I would argue also having a lot more transparency is crucial too. If you look at Wall Street in the last 10 years, it has dramatically increased its level of transparency. Why can't Washington do the same? Well, I think the best way to look at Trump is to take a leaf out of Buddhist or Hindu religion and imagine him as having 3 heads. And you have one head, which is what I call the sensible head, or at least a moderately sensible most of the time head that talks about economic policy.
Yes.
You have one head, which is the shocking head, which is the head that's looking to upturn foreign policy on the global stage and which tweets at 6 a.m. or whatever, or 3 a.m. And then you have what I call the sleazy head, the head that says nasty things, that tries to bully the media, that's acting like a demagogue, the head that basically is also involved in all kinds of really unpleasant, sordid stuff in the past, and the head that, frankly, on this issue of conflicts of interest, is not behaving in a presidential way. Which of those 3 heads will dominate? I don't know. I don't think Trump himself knows. But we're seeing all 3 on display right now.